What's up everybody, it's RJ with Twin Halos, and today I'm gonna give you 3 mistakes that you might be making when racing motocross at your local track. So mistake number 1 is not practicing your starts. Now the reason why I bring this up is because you need to feel the RPMs. You're not gonna be able to hear your bike once you have multiple people lined up. So you need to practice the feel of where you need to have that throttle. And then the second tip with the starts is you need to lock your feet in front of the pegs. The reason why is because when you take off and your feet swing back behind you, that's pulling your bike. That's not gonna help you move forward. So you need to put your feet in front of the pegs. That way you move as one solid piece out of the starting gate. You don't want to let that swing back, because then that split second is going to determine whether you're going to be in front of somebody or you're gonna be back behind them. So make sure you're locking your feet and practice your starts over and over and over again. So mistake number 2 is your technique goes completely out the window. This happens especially in the first half of the first lap. So after that start happens, you've got all this adrenaline going, and now you find yourself riding a little faster than how you've practiced before. Now the technique is completely gone because you don't know how to handle that speed. And when you're riding with multiple people through a turn, that race line that you're used to practicing in, that might not be available. So now you got to take the inside or take the outside, whatever it is. You don't practice that, so now you don't know how to come in and out of that turn smooth. And now you're either going to crash into somebody, or you're leaving and exiting that turn slower and you're losing spots. Your technique is so important and you have to practice, especially on the practice weekends. You got to practice every other line outside of the race line, because sometimes that line is not going to be there. So you've got to practice every condition in every turn. That way in the race, if that should happen, you're prepped and ready for those conditions, and you can get out of those crappy conditions safely. And the third tip, which is the worst tip, and you don't want this to happen, is you fall. That sucks so bad, and I know that a lot because I've crashed in a lot of races. It's been so frustrating. Now the issue with that is because once you fall, everybody's still putting in consistent laps and you're stuck on the ground. But once you get back up onto the bike, in order for you to catch up to those people, you've got to go faster than them. So this goes back to the technique. Now you've got to ride even faster. Now you're going to ride over your head. You're going to get arm pump, and everything is just going to feel so stressed when you're trying to gain positions when you're racing. So you've got to train like you're racing on your practice weekends. That way when it comes race time, you know how to ride a little bit faster. So things to practice on the practice weekends is keep the gas on longer, brake harder coming into the turns, because when it comes to racing, you're either on the gas or on the brake. If you're coasting, you're going to lose positions. So with racing, you've got to know how to transition from gas to brake smoothly in order for you to put in good lap times and have a good race. And don't be afraid to open that throttle all the way on certain areas of the track. Start practicing that. That way you get used to the speed, and then you understand how to apply technique to whatever it is, whatever obstacle you're gonna hit, whatever turn it may be. So practice like you're going to race. So those are my 3 mistakes that I made when racing that I wish I had fixed a lot sooner. So hopefully you take this information and practice it this weekend, because I want you to get better at motocross. So these are some things that I made the mistake in and nobody addressed them. So I'm doing that here. So hope you found this video useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you have any questions, comments, concerns, and subscribe to the channel. That way you get more videos just like this, and hit that bell. That way you can be notified when I post a video. So that's it for me. I'm RJ with Twin Halos, and I'll see you guys in the next video.